All right, so this is day 2 of our review. So we're just really, for the most part, we're just reviewing what we reviewed yesterday. The only thing we're really adding in is we're reviewing a little bit more of those negative exponents that give you guys so much trouble. And then that review section, writing and interpreting equations. All right, so I'm going to ask you this on your test tomorrow too. It could be in the form of multiple choice. I could ask you which expression could you use this property. So it's important that you understand the vocabulary. You have to understand what I'm asking for when I say product of powers and what I'm asking for when I say power of powers. All right, so again, you guys can work in your teams, but I want you to answer these 3 questions. I want you to write an expression that simplifies to what I'm asking for, c to the 7th and g to the 30th. And then on the third one, simplify that expression using powers. All right, so let's go ahead and work these first 3.
The other one you don't have to simplify?
What now?
So the other ones you don't have to simplify?
No, because the simplified answer is the one I gave you. I want the expression for numbers 1 and 2.
Oh.
I put C3.
Okay.
Times C4.
All right, so c to the 3rd times c to the 4th power. Does that simplify to c to the 7th power? Yes, it does. Now, is that the only answer? No, there's other numbers that could simplify, right? I could have said to the 5th power and to the 2nd power. All right, there's several. All right, someone from the middle team, raise your hand. Taylor.
Which one is it?
G to the... Okay.
G to the 10th power.
Okay.
And then on the outside, it's the one.
Very good. G to the 10th power raised to the 3rd power. Power of powers is one base raised to a power raised to another power. Very good. All right, last one. Keaton.
So 8 to the 5th power, then x to the 3rd power, then y to the 4th.
Very good. No dots and no spaces between the terms. Just write it just like that. All right, very good on that. Okay, next slide. We have a lot going on this slide. Okay, so you've got to think, and you've seen the quiz already. So the majority of your test is going to be simplifying using all of your properties. So you have to decide, is it product of powers where I add my exponents? Is it power of powers where I multiply them? Or is it quotient of powers where I subtract them? All right, so notice that the instructions say to write your answer as a power. So you do not have to evaluate this section. We're simply practicing the properties. All right, work in your teams and answer these 6 questions. All right, okay, everybody quiet. All right, for my A's, someone from the barbecue team, tell me, Tristan. A to the 14th power.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. What about team 2? Anybody for my -3? Kayla. -3 to the 13th power. Very good. From the choppers. Taylor. X to the 6th power. Very good. All right. Back over here to the barbecue team. All right. Anybody? Nope. You already answered one. Reese?
Wait, someone else is going to put a 533.
Yes, -4. Guys, stop talking. We're recording, okay? I need the background noise reduced while we're going over the answers. Okay? Very good. Middle team, Rodney. 5.3 to the 16th power. Very good. All right. And my last one, all right, I simplify it first. But wait, what exponent did the 6 have?
1.
A 1. Very good. All right, so someone on the choppers, y'all tell me the answer. What did you get for the answer, Mason? Very good, because the denominator, 3 plus 1 is 4. And then I subtract and I get 6 to the 6th power. Very good. All right, so now we're going to pause and shoot our baskets. Okay, next slide. Now, okay, notice that the directions change. Now I'm asking you to evaluate the expression, which means that your answer doesn't have brackets. Your answer doesn't have parentheses. It does not have an exponent. You must evaluate all the way through to the end. All right, so again, we're going to pause here, let you guys work these problems out, and then we'll go over the answers. Okay?
I'll answer.
Because I want to start with them this time. All right, Sam, have you answered one yet? Okay, all right, so what did you get for 8 squared?
64.
Okay, yes, it's 64. All right, over to the choppers. Haley, what'd you get for negative 6 squared? Okay, guys, answer me this. Okay, pay attention. Talina, turn around. Okay, why is my answer negative 36 and not positive 36? There's no parentheses. Okay, so it's negative 36. All right, coming over here to team 1. 6 squared over 6 to the 4th power. What'd you guys get, Hayden?
I got 72.
No, on 6 squared over the next one down. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Yeah, very good. So we did 6 to the power of 2 minus 4. Okay, so this is why he had to flip it. 6 to the negative 2nd power. All right, so I put it over 1, and now I have to flip it down into the denominator to make it positive. So my answer is 1 over 36. You guys did really, really well on that. All right. Good job. So now we're coming back over here to our middle group. What did you guys get for your answer? Someone raise your hand. You already answered one. Robert. It is 72. So negative 9 times, now negative 2 squared. What did you guys get? Negative 4, because that negative 2 by itself is not in parentheses. So negative 4 minus 4 is negative 8. Negative 9 times negative 8 is positive 72. Great job on that one. All right, coming over to the absolute value of negative 2 squared. Drummond, did you get that answer? The absolute value of negative 2 squared is 4. Very good. Okay, absolute value of negative 4. Guys, pay attention. This is on your test. Absolute value is just that number, not the absolute, not negative. All right, last one. Coming over here, Tyler. Okay, so he flipped it, put it over 1, and then he had to flip it. And now he evaluated to get 1 over 64. Great job on that one too. All right, so that wraps up the answers for this slide. Okay. All right. Okay, evaluate the expression. So you are evaluating what you can. All right, now remember, this is when I'm taking or I'm evaluating a product to a power. So there's a trick here. It's not that my parentheses just vanish and I just put them all together. I have to do something very specific. Work in your teams. See if you can come up with the answer. There's going to be a half credit answer on the test and a full credit answer. Okay? And there's no parentheses in your answer. There's no dots in your answer. Okay, you're just writing it all together. All right, Gabe, what did you get for the first one?
36. A to the power of 2.
Yes, very good. I need to raise each term to the second power. This is 6 squared, A squared, B squared. Now I have to evaluate 6 squared. Okay, and then this is my full credit answer. Very good. All right, AJ, no dots, no dots, no spaces, no dots. All right, AJ, what'd you get for the next one?
100 and R to the second power and S to the second power and T to the second.
Very good. Everything gets raised to the second power and T to the second power. All right, great job, guys. Okay, moving on to the next slide. All right, we've got our negatives. It says write the expression using only positive exponents. All right, write the expression using only positive exponents. Let's work on this one. Okay, Jonathan. Okay, guys, pay attention. Pay attention. We're starting back. Hush. Okay, Jonathan, what'd you get on the first one? Okay, very good. So he did product of powers. Negative 9 plus 5 is negative 4. But I cannot have a negative exponent. So I put it over 1 and I flip it into the opposite side of the fraction. 1 over d to the 4th. Great job. All right, next one. Middle group. I'm going back this way. All right, anybody in the middle group? It's free game. All right, Sam?
5x to the 10th power.
Okay, so when I do my quotient of powers, and I subtract a negative 4, what happens to my double negative? Changes to a positive. So I get 5x to the 10th power. 5x to the 10th power. All right, last one. Okay, so anybody from team 1? Anyone? All right, it doesn't matter. All right, Talanda. Okay, Talanda, what'd you get?
1 over 3b.
Okay, 1 over 3. And now when I subtracted 4 minus 8, I got negative 4. So they dropped that part down, and they got 1 over 3b to the 4th power. All right. Okay, great job on that one. Okay, next question.
I thought we had an extra point.
You do. This next one is your turn. So we're off right now. Like we had one slide where y'all didn't get a question. So you still are ahead by 1 point. Okay? All right. Okay, guys. All right. So this is your review for your test tomorrow. You need to, and these are your 3 questions. It's just different numbers. Okay, write a linear function. So pull out your 2 ordered pairs and write the function. Then take your slope and interpret the slope. Then take your y-intercept and interpret the y-intercept. All right, so we're going to take a couple minutes to work through this problem. And this is your review section on your test tomorrow, where you interpret the slope and interpret the y-intercept. All right. Yeah, you can reduce, but leave it a fraction so you can see the rise over run. But yes, reduce for the equation especially. When you pulled out your ordered pairs, 0 and 3 and 4 and 9, okay, and you subtracted 9 minus 3 over 4 minus 0, you got 6 over 4 and reduced, hold on, to 3 over 2. Y equals 3 over 2x plus what? Plus 3, okay? Then you interpret, hold on, what is the slope? What's the interpret the slope? The puppy will gain 3 pounds every 2 weeks, okay? What about the y-intercept? Can anybody tell me that one?
3.
When it was born, it weighed 3 pounds. When it was 0 weeks, it weighed 3 pounds. All right? Quiz corrections tonight. What do I have after school? Help class. Help class after school. Okay? And that'll be it.
Nah, Reese, you saw what I did up. Yes, I saw. That was pretty cool.
No, I wouldn't describe it as that.
Puppy weighs by 3 pounds at birth. All right, so what we described here is a rate. Okay, this is something that is continuously happening. All right, the puppy gains 3 pounds every 2 weeks because 3 was taken from the category of weight. That's my rise. And when I got 2, I subtracted 4 minus 0, which came from my weeks column. So 2 stands for weeks.